See, we are this, it's the I generation. We have this value that we put up on this pedestal, and that value is individualization, customization. I need my freedom, and I'm going to customize my iPod playlist. I'm going to customize my desktop. I'm going to get a job where I can just work at home because I don't want to deal with people. And I'm going to customize my life where no one impinges upon the identity that I create for myself. Who cares about them? I'm creating this identity for myself. And we go about our life in our cubicled, compartmentalized way and wonder why we still feel so unfulfilled. You go about doing all this, you create this identity, you mass in your millions, and you get the car and the house you want, and maybe you have a spouse. But because it's not centered on Christ, there's no intended intimacy there, there's no created community there, and it's empty, and it's hollow, and you can stick your finger through it like it was paper mache, and you still wonder, what's up? Why? Again, we were created for true community. We were intended for intimacy. And this isn't just some abstract thing. This comes out of the very character of God. Because what the scriptures say about our God is that he's triune. He is a community within himself. That's wild. You know what that means? Let me throw this out here. This thought is interesting. That means he didn't need us to be love. Let me explain that. Because other gods who were just the sole God, let's take a monotheistic God who's just this God who exists. How could that God be love if there's no relationship? Because love is an intimacy, a dance between two personal beings that is about them communing and seeking the higher good for the other. So with those gods, they cannot be love in essence until they create something to love. Which means our God was love even before we were created. And he created us out of his love. That God didn't have to create to be love. See, the very character of our God is love, is community within himself. How cool is that? And that means if we were created in his likeness, then we were created for love. And that's what these relationships are. I mean, if we really loved, if we really understood ultimate reality, then we would love the God who created us. We would love the God who's given everything for us. And if that's the case, then we would love our neighbor who's created in God's image. Because we love God, therefore we love this person. We see God in that person. And then we would see ourselves as we really are. Broken, busted, messed up, and not think higher of ourselves, so we look down on other people to make ourselves feel good. And then we would actually treat creation properly, because no longer do we have to rape and pillage and plunder in order to feel better about ourselves, to lift ourselves up over our neighbor, because we're trying to seek a kingdom for ourselves rather than bowing before God. Life is about relationships. We know this. This is why most of us are in this room. We're seeking something. We want something. We want communion. We don't want to just sit at home in our room. It's not enough. It can never be enough. Because we're intended for this love relationship with our Lord and with the people he's created.